Snax, that is not how any of that works.
And yet, it is working.
No, it is occurring. That's different.
You know what's weird?
There's a lot to choose from there, son.
No, like, actually weird. Snax just kinda showed up one day.
That is true.
Like, we know Fox Sparrow's deal. We know Wendy's deal. We know your deal, boss. Unfortunately, we all know my deal.
Painfully so.
But Snax, he just appeared in town eating canned peaches with his hands and acting like he lived here.
That was one time.
It was 3 times.
We never asked where you came from.
Probably because you were dazzled by my mystery.
No, I think we were distracted by the pantry theft.
Wait, for real though? Where did you come from?
The stars, the wind, the raccoon underworld, a Waffle Hut in Tulsa.
None of those answers help.
That's why I use them.
Son, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
Yeah, but I really want to know.
You ever do the thing where if you keep moving first, nobody gets the chance to leave you?
Yeah?
That was kind of my thing. I learned early that if I was funny enough, weird enough, useful enough, people wouldn't ask too many questions. And if they did ask questions, I'd make a joke and keep walking. That was the trick. Never stay long enough to need anybody. Never let anybody see if you're sad. Never unpack. Never call a place home unless you're ready for it to hurt. So I became what I'm good at. Comic relief. Side character. Friendly little raccoon goblin with no backstory and incredible hair.
You don't have incredible hair.
That is not the point of the story, Duck Boy.
Keep going.
I drifted for a long time. Town to town, porch to porch, dumpster to dumpster. You'd be surprised how many life lessons are hidden behind 7-Eleven dumpsters.
No, I would not.
And then, one day, I wandered into Resonance City. I wasn't looking for destiny. I was looking for lunch.
You could have just asked.
Counterpoint, that's fair.
Counterpoint, put the pie down.
Wait, that was your first day here?
It was a strong entrance, huh?
It was pie theft.
Semantics. I figured I'd get run out like always. Maybe yelled at, maybe groomed.
Sit down before you pass out.
And that was the weird part. Nobody asked me to explain myself before they let me stay. Nobody made me prove my worth before I was worth feeding. Nobody said, tell us your whole story first and then maybe you can belong. That kind of messed me up, to be honest.
In a good way?
Yeah, in a good way. I think when you've been alone long enough, kindness feels suspicious at first. You keep waiting for the catch, waiting for the bill, waiting for the part where people realize you're too much trouble and send you packing.
But we didn't.
Nope.
And that's when I knew this place was dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yeah. Because it was the first place that made me want to stay. I didn't show up here as my full self. I showed up as a raccoon with jokes and bad boundaries and emotional camouflage.
Still got the boundaries issue.
Working on it. But the point is, sometimes people don't arrive as themselves first. Sometimes they arrive as whatever helped them survive.
That's true.
And if you're lucky, maybe somebody loves you long enough for the rest of you to show up.
So the lesson is, don't judge the weird guy too fast?
That is one lesson.
Another lesson is, if you see a raccoon steal pie, mind your business.
That is not the lesson.
Fine. The real lesson is, Not everybody comes into your life polished and easy to understand. Some people show up sideways, funny, loud, annoying, weird, hungry.
That sounds like me too.
Yes, son, it does.
Sometimes what looks like chaos is just loneliness with a costume on. And sometimes love doesn't start when you understand someone. Sometimes it starts when you make room for them before you do.
Well, that was annoyingly profound.
Thank you. I am full of mysteries and expired crackers.
Snax?
Don't.
I'm just saying. I'm glad you stole that pie.
I'm not.
You say that now, but who kept this office alive during the Great Pretzel Drought?
There was no great pretzel drought.
History is written by the survivors.
So you're staying, right?
Yeah. I think I already did.
Some folks don't enter your life with a trumpet. They come in through the side door, making a mess, cracking jokes, stealing pie.
And if you're lucky, you learn that belonging sometimes begins before the story is told.
Sometimes the funniest one in the room was the loneliness before he found home. If this video resonated, please like, share,
And follow.